Hello guys, welcome to another episode of On FL Studio, and in this episode we will take a look at a mock-up of the Disney intro song or the Disney Fanfare coming right up. So this is the last video of 2024 and I wanted to make something that had a Christmassy vibe. I know this is the only video I will be uploading in the month of December, and if you guys are interested to know, I was just busy and I was enjoying the World Chess Championship match. Okay, so let's get to know this piece a little bit. This piece is actually based on the song When You Wish Upon a Star from the movie Pinocchio, and there have been many orchestral arrangements of this piece, used mainly with the production house logos in Disney movies, and there are many arrangements and mock-ups of this piece on YouTube already. I will link a few of my favorites in the description, and this is just my attempt at making such an arrangement. Now I have changed my approach a bit towards making such mockups. Well, before I used to aim for the most accurate replication of a piece, musically speaking, but that used to take a lot of time, and this might lead to unnecessary problems when you're constantly trying to figure out that one viola part in the whole tutti section. So now I have come to terms with the fact that you can get just so many things right, and there will be a point when you will have to use your own creativity and skills, even if it means you have to go full on textbook mode. And this is a kind of piece with which you can get creative, keeping the musical content, that is the harmony, melody and rhythm, intact. Now I don't want to get into a detailed analysis of the harmony and music behind this piece, but I will say one thing, that this piece employs a trick which can be heard in many pop songs of shifting a semitone or however many semitones higher in pitch in the middle of the song. So this piece begins in the key of B flat major, but then it enters a tutti section in the key of C major, and it stays in the key of C major. Okay, let's just quickly go through the instrumentation and the VSTs that I've used. So the instrumentation includes 4 sections of the orchestra, a choir, a piano and some additional percussion instruments which give it the Christmassy vibe, and these percussion instruments can be grouped with the percussion section of the orchestra. Now the VSTs that I've used are the BBC Symphony Orchestra Discover for the 4 sections of the orchestra. For the choir I've used the Foundations Emotive Choir, and for all the Christmassy percussion instruments I've used the Christmas based library from Spitfire Audio Labs. And the piano I'm using is Piano Tech, but you can use any piano such as FL Keys, which comes with the DAW, or the piano included in the BBC SOD, or the piano from Spitfire Audio Labs. Okay, let's take a listen to the mock-up. Okay, now let's try to understand exactly what's happening section by section. So the intro consists of a combination of piano, celeste and glockenspiel with a synth pad in the background, and the synthesizer I'm using is Serum. Now as we proceed, the strings enter and we are still in the key of B flat major. Now we get a snare roll which leads into the big tutti section, and we enter into the key of C major. Here the most prominent and audible instruments are horns, trumpets, violins and bass instruments from all of the sections. Now as we proceed, we get a sudden diminuendo where almost all of the instruments drop out, and what's left is the celeste, glockenspiel, tremolo strings and marked tree glisses is what I think it is. And I've also added the piano in this section, and it plays the same part as the celeste. Now we reach the end of this short piece where you get another crescendo, this time helped by the violin runs and a horn melody with timpani hits and the cadential harmony played by the middle and the low register instruments. And finally we get the big C major chord. A few more things to mention. There are harp glisses and arpeggios in the B flat major section and at the very end. Also, I've given the string melody from the very beginning to the clarinets. Also, I've written the choir to start from after the diminuendo because it was already very crowded in the beginning. Okay, so that was my arrangement. Now I will encourage you guys to experiment with this piece, as you will learn different things and you can make it sound way better than this if you have good VSTs and better mixing and mastering skills. And with that, do check out my Patreon page for the stems and MIDI files of this project. And because I've been busy, I will not be uploading an in-depth video for this piece, as I'm still making such videos for the previous 3 on FL Studio episodes. That's it. Do subscribe to this channel or follow me on other platforms for more such content, and thanks a lot for hanging out. I will see you later.